afternoon. Welcome to the Jim Lowenstern Talk Show. If you're a first-time listener, let me introduce myself and what my guests and I will try to do during the next hour. Generally, my guests are from some real estate-related business: brokers, builders, presidents of moving companies, mortgage brokers, presidents of real estate franchises, etc. Me, for example, I wear many hats within the industry. I am a broker, builder, owner of a few brands that run the gamut from retail brokerage and primarily residential housing to a brand that markets some of the most expensive residential properties internationally. I'm the host of this radio show, of course, but that only scratches the surface of what I do during the week. This radio show gives me a chance to meet some really wonderful people and to you, my listeners, as well, as to give you an opportunity to call in and ask my guests and myself questions related to anything you wish to talk about. So, starting this week, you will hear the new radio spot for the Massachusetts Association of Realtors. I'm proud to say that the voice you hear on the radio commercial is mine. Originally, it was recorded by someone at the radio station, and for some reason they could not pronounce the word realtor. They kept saying realtor. And I actually had to I was a little embarrassed and had to apologize to the MAR for that. And they redid the commercial, and still, realtor, not realtor. I know it's a small difference, but we need to get it correct. It's a trademark, and they're finicky about that. So now the MAR, the Massachusetts Association of Realtors, is promoting this radio show now on its website. I'm also proud of that. Gives me a little more credibility with my fellow realtors and industry leaders, so I can have their sponsorship and have them on the show and make it a more interesting and exciting show. So I wish to thank everyone who's a member of MAR for this little endorsement. Today's show is going to be diverse, interesting, and fun. We have Jeffrey Weingart from the Mayo Group here with us today. Hi, Jeffrey.
Hi, Jim.
How's it going?
Very well.
Okay, so with Jeffrey, we're going to be covering aspects of real estate from investment to management to commercial and even possibly finance.
Yes.
If I manage to get him to reveal the secrets of owning thousands of rental units all over the U.S. So perhaps my would-be investor listeners can learn what it takes to do, I guess, multitasking of a monumental degree. In addition, we have from Plymouth Village Inc. Realtors, Julie Gallant Murphy and Rita Gallant. Rita is, I'll just say, Julie is the broker, according to her business card, and Rita is the queen. So I guess, Rita, since you're the queen, we'll say hello to you first.
Well, hello. Nice to be here. Thank you.
And you are queen of just Plymouth, or?
Well, I'll accept the title for the whole South Shore if you'd let me.
Okay, Queen of the South Shore.
But we call it Queen of Real Estate, yes.
Queen of Real Estate, okay. And Julie, how come you're not like co-queen or?
I am.
Oh, you're co-queen?
I just didn't give you that card.
Okay, so you have that card also. Okay, before the end of the show, please produce it. So, and they have decades of residential brokerage advice and opinions for our show today, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Again, to remind you of what I do, since I am kind of the third animal here, we have the residential brokers, we have the, let's say, commercial broker, and I try to cover all aspects of the industry residential, commercial investment, and even brand development. I'm working on making my company, Castles Unlimited, a national brand through a business model that, as far as I know, has never existed before, and that's through stock options and residual income to my brokers. So we have residential, commercial, and everything in between covered today. We have phone numbers here, 866-338-9663. Us on revolutionboston.com. And if you're local, the number is 617-237-1234. So I want to invite you to listen to past shows at jimlowenstern.com and to like us on Facebook. We'll be back after a short break. This is Jim Lowenstern, and you're listening to WWZN 1510 AM or revolutionboston.com. Stay with us. You'll be glad you did.
You look and you look through neighborhood after neighborhood. You go up and down streets, into cul-de-sacs, and around every bend. Then one day you slowly pull up and finally see it. Your house. At Wells Fargo, we're with you when you're ready to find the house. In fact, we're with you in every stage of home ownership, from planning to purchasing to well after you own your home. Our free preferred payment plan service is a great example. You can automatically tie your payment schedule to your paydays. It's convenient and completely free. The program may even help you pay off your mortgage faster. Let us help you find the mortgage that fits your needs. Talk with a Wells Fargo home mortgage consultant today. We're ready to help and answer all your mortgage questions. Wells Fargo. Together, we'll go far. Wells Fargo Home Mortgage is a division of Wells Fargo Bank, N.A., equal housing lender.
For more information, please contact your local Wells Fargo home mortgage consultant, Jason Bonarigo, at 617-363-4617.
When you are searching for a new home, you want to be working with a realtor with years of experience, a professional with intimate knowledge of the communities that you are considering moving to, and someone who really wants to represent you as a buyer in what is probably the largest investment you'll ever make in your lifetime. Please visit us at castlesunlimited.com or call us anytime at 800-967-3561. Start your search anytime 24/7 at castlesunlimited.com, and a Castles Unlimited Realtor will get back to you just as fast as possible. Castles Unlimited Realtors, expert advice and quick, informative information on all the listings, not only your local market, but information on properties for sale or rent anywhere in the world. Your Castles Unlimited Realtor is always there to help you with your next move, your next purchase, your next home, or commercial property sale. CastlesUnlimited.com and 800-967-3561. Find your way home with your favorite Castles Unlimited Realtor.
Welcome back. Just letting Robert Plant sing a little bit there, and that incredible monaural on AM. Of course, if you're listening to us at revolutionboston.com, it's probably streaming very clearly in mono. All joking aside, sometimes I forget what my real job is when I sit here on the radio, and it's to sell real estate, I guess, and not just to ask questions of my guests. So this is the 6th show. I've never done this before, but I got a listing this week. It's actually a subdivision of new homes in Newton, which is pretty rare. I don't even think there's more than one or two in the whole city, and hasn't been anything like that in recent memory. So this listing is Goddard Hill. It's in the countryside area of Newton, And there are single-family homes there from $739 to $899. And I know that sounds expensive, except if you're actually looking in Newton to find a new home for $739,000, that's actually pretty inexpensive. They have up to 5 bedrooms, 3.5 baths, and top-of-the-line finishes. They all have decks, fireplaces, central air, iPod sound systems built in, gourmet kitchens with granite and stainless steel appliances, gas cooking and heat, and parking for at least 3 cars. There's no condo fees. These are actually single-family homes for the price of a townhome in Newton, and they're only minutes away from Route 128. So I'm showing these homes at some of them are at pre-construction prices. So next week is actually a week off. It's the Super Bowl. So in 2 weeks, I'll be talking about a house that I have just listed in a great neighborhood in Boston. The price is higher. It's $1.5 million, but it's an 11,000 square foot house with an indoor swimming pool. So for that kind of property, that's like a major discount. It actually has 11 bedrooms. So, again, just so you know, we're going to be speaking to our guests, and you can ask questions, too. The phone numbers here are 617-237-1234 or 866-338-9663. And we have Rita and Julie, both from Plymouth Village Realtors in, I'm guessing, Plymouth. Yes?
Yes.
Good guess.
And they are the queens of real estate for the South Shore. So who wants to go first? The one with the queen on the
Certainly, I'd
queen
be
on
happy
the
to. Thank
business
you.
card. So that is Rita. So Rita, how many years have you been in the business? What can you tell me about Plymouth Village Realtors that makes it different from all the other realtors in Plymouth?
Okay. Well, we're in the halfway through our 26th year right now. What makes us different, I think there are many things, but the primary thing is that we are the longest-running independent company in Plymouth. And we find that to suit our personalities, we like to be able to be the buck stop here kind of people. We don't have to go to corporate for any answers. We can service our clients the way we see fit and respond to their requests so much more easily, I think, in this situation. We call our company Plymouth Village because many years ago Plymouth just made a decision to design itself on the village concept, and we are actually a series of many small communities within 104 square miles.
Yeah, I was going to say Plymouth is what, the largest town in
Yes, it
Massachusetts?
is. It's the largest town. We have about 25% of our land area is the state forest. It's a very heterogeneous
just
town.
One forest? Was it Miles Standard?
Miles Standard State Forest.
Just one big forest.
Well, we have other small areas, but that's the big recreational area. But we have 36 miles of coastline if you walk it. If you fly it, it's 17 miles.
I kayak down there all the time. It's beautiful.
I do also. And we have many
I think I saw you.
Yeah, I think so. We have many beaches where you can just leave your kayak on the beach and head into the water when you want to. So it's a very varied place. We have 365 bodies of water, ponds. Only about 5 or 6 are water sources. We also have, if you are familiar with the Pine Hills, 5.1 square mile community, a planned community. And the reason they selected Plymouth was because we have the best water supply system, one of the largest underground aquifers in the
Well, I was actually going
country.
to ask you questions about Pine Hills. Is that still being developed?
It is still, it's about, I think they're about close to 2/3 of the way through. Julie and I were both invited to a broker appreciation dinner last week. They had a good
Well,
year
you're the
last
queen.
year.
Well, they
The
couldn't
queen of real
have
estate, and because obviously
dinner
we
without
sold
you.
properties in there. So it's a lovely community, and it's a great addition because they invite non-residents to participate in the cultural activities and the events that they hold.
Is that a 55-plus community? Or
1/3 of it is 55. That is a separate entity. It's on the other side of the road, so to speak. Then about 500 condominiums within the under 55. And then there are single-family homes and there are attached homes.
So I haven't been there. Was there like a whole infrastructure that had to be developed, schools and everything?
No schools. It's more or less, there are not that many families. It's more or less couples who are empty nesters. But they did have to build their own fire department. They have a town green. They have shops and restaurants and grocery stores. And it's lovely. And many people who don't live there participate in what they have to offer.
Is it close to the water?
About 4.5 miles from the water.
Okay.
But there are many other communities on the water.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think White Cliffs, is that in
White
Plymouth?
Cliffs. Mm-hmm. There are 355 condominiums and homes there. And that's in the southern part of Plymouth. And then the condos go all the way to the north. There are condo developments on the ocean. There are 4 of them.
Say,
5 or 6, actually.
What's the price range on the water in Plymouth, roughly?
It goes, right now, the prices have been, lower than they used to be. So it's down to from about $625,000 to $1 million for condominiums.
Okay, condos.
The homes, of course, go higher.
Okay. Are there a lot of homes with docking rights, or not so many?
Not so many. We have most of our
the Pilgrims
waterfront is
dock
high. We have high cliffs. You know what?
No, I said I know the Pilgrims dock there. I was just wondering.
Yeah, there's a rumor around that they did. Yeah.
Okay, so Julie, we should talk to you a bit also. Did you start the company, or did you start it together?
Well, that's kind of we didn't start it together. We started it with Rita's ex-husband. It was me and her. He called me up one day and said, I was selling real estate. I sold it for 3 years. He said, I'm going to start a real estate company. And that's how it started.
Oh, there's a whole show.
Yeah. Yeah, there's 2 shows. But he didn't like it, so...
and we did.
Say it again?
No, we have a call.
Okay.
You want to take a call?
Yeah,
have
sure.
Someone, well, what's her name? Ann? Ann from Plymouth? Are you there? Is she on now? Ann from Plymouth? Ann, hello? This is Jim. You're on the air. Do you have a question? It's okay.
She'll call back.
We'll keep going.
Well, anyway, 9 months after we started the business, he quit. He just told me I wasn't going to do it anymore. And Rita came on to be my partner.
Nice.
And we've been together ever since. We're the first partners, really.
Mm-hmm.
We started the partnership theme in Plymouth.
That's wonderful. So how many brokers do you have with your company?
There's 4 of us.
So 4
Total.
covering...
Total. We used to be big. We had 2 offices and 18 agents, but we decided we didn't like that. We like it small. We're like a boutique. We specialize in...
Yeah. We both like to list and sell real estate.
We don't like
and
to...
when you have a lot of people working for you, you end up managing as opposed to listing and selling. But that's our first love. And we continue to feel that way.
Probably less stressful, too.
Less stressful. It's more hands-on, and less mothering.
So that was a question I wanted to ask you. Like, your business model, is it just sort of a very relaxed approach on one hand, but smart, aggressive to the point on the other hand? Is that what happens when you have 18 brokers and 2 offices and you go down to 1 office, 4 brokers?
Yeah, we had someone once said to us, you make it seem like you're having fun, but you're really up there in the market. And we try to stay current on what's going on. We work very hard, but it should be fun.
It's got to be fun.
Yeah.
I mean, we're doing this, well, you tell me. You probably only work 1 or 2 days a week, and you just show up at the house at the last minute with a key, and you make $10,000, right?
Right.
No, you would probably, well, I'll ask you, did you do open houses today?
Today, no, but I had 2 showings, so I couldn't. I wanted to do one, and we both wanted to do one, but we had too much going on in the marketplace.
Okay, that's good.
We tend to do open houses more off in the spring and fall. Spring, summer, and fall. The wintertime is a little bit quieter for open houses.
Mm-hmm.
But I did just list a beautiful oceanfront condominium, and if
tell
I
us
wasn't
about
going to be here, I would have been there doing an open house.
You want to talk about it?
I'd love to. It's at Ocean Point, which is, they have oceanfront and ocean view condominiums. There's 110 of them. We've sold them for 22 years since they were new. And this is oceanfront for $389,900. It's a perfect price and a perfect condominium. It doesn't need anything, just
bedrooms, perhaps.
Absolutely gorgeous. 2 bedrooms, 2.5 baths, direct oceanfront. You can walk right to the sand.
Nice.
And it's lovely, and it's a great community.
She knows that. She used to live there.
And Julie, you have any listings you want to talk about?
Well, we have really focused on condominiums on the ocean, and we have a really beautiful complex just north of downtown Plymouth called Robbins Wharf. And we have 6 listings left there to sell, right? 6? They $625,000 and up. The most expensive one we sold was $1,059,000.
$1,359,000.
$1,359,000 with the extras.
How long ago was that?
4 years ago?
About 4.
So that leads me to the next question. Have the prices been stable there, or have they been affected by the challenging
They've
economy?
been affected by the challenging market. They've gone down. However, the one that we sold for the most money had a number of upgrades and was the best located on the complex. We just sold 2 within the past year, one for $750,000 and one for $625,000. The prices go from $625,000 to $800,000. There is a resale for $825,000 right now, which is lovely. But it's a beautiful spot right on the harbor.
Okay, so I have a bunch of questions to ask, and I'm just looking at the time. We're going to go for a short break, and then when we come back, we'll be asking you a few more questions, Julie and Rita. And you're listening to the Jim Lowenstern Talk Show, AM 1510 in Boston, revolutionboston.com. Hang in there with us. We're coming right back.
When you are looking to buy or sell real estate and you are looking for the right realtor to do business with, NewEnglandProsperity.org is a nationwide network of carefully selected brokers who are willing to give both you and your favorite charity a large portion of their commission. These brokers are only too happy to donate to a charity and to credit you back money to help with things such as your mortgage closing costs, title insurance, moving expenses, and more. When you're starting to look for a realtor first, go to NewEnglandProsperity.org and sign up. You'll be referred to a broker who will have your interests first and who will also credit you and donate to charity. Look them up at NewEnglandProsperity.org. And when you sign up on their website, you can expect a top broker to return to you with a call to begin discussing the next steps in your selling or buying process. NewEnglandProsperity.org brokers make it easy to buy and sell real estate, and they make it easy for you to pay for your closing costs because they pitch in with a piece of their commission and they make charitable contributions. For all of the information, just go to NewEnglandProsperity.org. We are changing the way America buys and sells real estate.
Castles Magazine, an in-print and online magazine and database of exceptional properties, is available to you 24/7 at castlesmag.com. Considered by Google to be the online authority of luxury real estate, castlesmag.com is the best way to search for properties anywhere in the world when you are looking for your dream home, and the best realtors to help you with your search. Castles Magazine and castlesmag.com, one in print and one online, and always at your service. Not just opening doors that you dream of.
You look and you look through neighborhood after neighborhood. You go up and down streets, into cul-de-sacs, and around every bend. Then one day you slowly pull up and finally see it. Your house. At Wells Fargo, we're with you when you're ready to find the house. In fact, we're with you in every stage of home ownership, from planning to purchasing to well after you own your home. Our free preferred payment plan service is a great example. You can automatically tie your payment schedule to your paydays. It's convenient and completely free. The program may even help you pay off your mortgage faster. Let us help you find the mortgage that fits your needs. Talk with a Wells Fargo home mortgage consultant today. We're ready to help and answer all your mortgage questions. Wells Fargo. Together, we'll go far. Wells Fargo Home Mortgage is a division of Wells Fargo Bank, N.A., equal housing lender.
For more information, please contact your local Wells Fargo home mortgage consultant, Jason Bonarigo, at 617-363-4617.
Welcome back. This is Jim Lowenstern. This is my radio talk show. And we have in our studio today Jeffrey Weingart from the Mayo Group. We have Rita Gallant and Julie Gallant Murphy, both from Plymouth Village, realtors in Plymouth. And give you that phone number again. We had one caller, and apparently they were shy. Phone number is 866-338-9663, and you also have a local number to call if you're in the Boston area, 617-237-1234. And either Julie or Rita, I know that you're members of the Realty Guild. I actually shot them an email today just to find out a little bit about them. And anything you want to say about the Guild?
The Guild is an association of independent companies. We only have one member approved per town throughout the state. And it has been in existence about 28 years. We've been members for about 25 years. It gives us a networking group, which is wonderful when you're an independent, and it also gives us the ability to advertise in places we probably couldn't afford to advertise in, such as the Wall Street Journal, and be on their webpage. So it helps us a great deal. It's also just a great support group and wonderful people, the top professionals in real estate across the state are members. So it's great. And I happen to be chairman of the membership this year. So if anyone would be interested in an independent company and contacting me, it's Rita@PlymouthVillage.com.
Who's Inez?
Inez Steele is our executive director. She has been with us many, many years. And she does a phenomenal job. We also have a woman, Roberta Goldfarb, who is in charge of advertising. It makes it so easy. When I need to advertise with them, I just have to send her my MLS number, and she'll take care of the ad. She'll write the ad. She'll remind me 3 times when it's due. So it makes it very easy. It's a very supportive group. And, of course, we have buying power in numbers. We have group rates for the Boston Globe and different advertising vehicles. So it's a wonderful professional group. I always think it helps me stay ahead of the curve.
Okay, so who's the tech-savvy one of the two of you?
Neither one.
Neither one. Okay, that would explain some of the issues on your website, and I'm not going to go into them. There are a few links that fell off. And
actually, February 3rd, our website is going to be tuned up, redone, and it's going to be sharper and smarter. Okay. We're smart enough to hire people that know what they're doing, and I have just hired a couple of people. We started with barcodes as well.
Yep.
You
the QRs?
Yeah, the QRs. Mm-hmm. So we are smart enough to get the people to know that we don't know what we're doing.
It was a great site. Don't get me wrong. I was just clicking around, and it was like,
it's being redone February 3rd.
404 forbiddens and stuff like that.
And we're now we have mobile accessibility, which will go up as soon as this February 3rd rewrite is done.
Now, the nice thing about your site was when I did a search for homes in Plymouth, your search engine optimization was pretty amazing.
That's going to be better after Friday.
I don't know how much more amazing can be. You're on the first page. You're right there.
Yeah.
So, question for you. So if there were a brand out there, I'm not going to name them, but they're advertising on that page, and they said, along with their name, that they had houses not for sale on other sites. In that was their ad. That was on Google. What would you think of that?
I don't think I'd feel very good about that.
Do you think they were telling the truth?
I
or?
would not. I wouldn't. I would have a great deal of skepticism about that statement.
I would sort of agree with you. I was actually kind of surprised to see that. Actually, shot the screenshot just so I could memorialize it. Take a look. It's interesting because, as we know, just about every website is fed with multiple listing information. Mm-hmm. So for a realtor to claim that on their site there were houses not for sale on other sites is probably not true. Let's see. Anything else? Oh, let's talk about funny showings you've had. I know you've had one or two stories that the listeners would want to hear about.
No, I had the good one. This is many, many years ago. The people have been in the Midwest for probably 15 years, but I made an appointment to show property in a town that I'm very familiar with Plymouth, but I'm not as familiar with Marshfield as I am. So I had this girl call me, and she said, Julie, I want to move to Marshfield. I've decided I don't want to be in Plymouth. And she said, I'm going to drive, and I'm going to take you, and you're going to show me these listings. And I said, all right, Lisa, you and Dan can pick me up. She picked me up. We went to Marshfield. We went to a real estate office. We picked up a key. We went and looked at some houses. The third house we went to, I opened the door with the key. The house was not only lived in, it was sold, and they were on their honeymoon.
Was it the first night or?
Yeah.
Oh, was
champagne on the counter.
Oh, rose petals.
Yeah. The whole
okay.
The wedding dress was hanging over the railing.
So
quite
were they home?
Yeah, they were home.
Okay.
Luckily, we didn't see them. They were on the second floor. We were on the first.
So we have a caller, Kathy from Middleton. Kathy, are you there? This is Jim Lowenstern. I don't know, Lynn. We're not doing well with the phone calls today. Is she still there?
Hello.
Oh, hi.
Hi.
Kathy. How are you?
I have a question.
Who would you be asking it of?
To Julie, please.
Okay, Julie.
Hi, Kathy.
Hi, Julie. Actually, a couple of questions. Is it a good time to invest in real estate now, do you think? Just as an investment?
I think all three of us can answer that with a yes.
I'm going to have Jeffrey chime in after Julie.
I would say yes. The interest rates have never been lower. Prices are down. I believe and hope that they're as low as they're going to go. It's a great time to buy, especially on the South Shore. That's my specialty. You can buy an Ocean View house for $300,000 right now in Plymouth.
Wow!
And in my opinion, I mean, I haven't seen an oceanfront house for $300,000 in 5 years. A good one.
And are people who are interested, are they coming in with bids that are close to asking price?
Well, I took a bid yesterday on this particular house that I'm talking about, and she offered $250,000. But she offered $250,000 because A, she didn't see the house yesterday; she just saw it on the internet, and she's flying out to see it next weekend, and it's bank owned. So she's willing to risk that nobody else is going to get it this week, and that she's going to be able to pick it up somewhere between $250,000 and $300,000.
It'll be sold when she's mid-flight.
Yeah.
And could I ask a second question, please?
Sure.
Any truth to the stories I've heard about St. Joseph being buried in the front yard?
It's the backyard.
For someone who's looking to sell.
Well, I'll answer that tomorrow if you want to. Did you? Oh, you did.
I can answer it. I actually did that myself in Florida, and I sold a condo in Florida for more than I paid for it.
Oh, we'll have
what
to
year
try
was
it.
That was in the worst of the Florida market.
Really?
It was probably about 4 years ago.
Okay.
Well, thank you very much. It's a great show.
Thanks for calling, Kathy. Appreciate the call. Okay. Jeffrey, how would you have answered that question if Kathy's still listening?
Well, from my side, we're looking more at income-producing properties. My firm owns multifamily, retail, and office primarily. You know, the way we look at it today is that real estate is a great investment relative to alternative investments that are out there today. People are still earning 8% plus cash-on-cash returns. Compare that to the bond market where they're earning 1 to 3% returns.
Yeah, my CPA actually mentioned this week he's not going to be gambling quite as much in the stock market. He's making all his money in real estate right now. So we actually get write-ins on JimLowenStern.com, and it's the radio show's website. So this is sort of a residential question, so I'll let Rita and Julie answer this one. It was Rebecca from Beverly writing in. She says, you had a man on a few weeks ago talking about preparing a house for sale. I am going to be selling my home, and I was wondering if I really need to go through all that work and expense. He made a compelling argument, but I can't believe that it is actually necessary. That was a stager we had on.
Oh, wow. 4 years ago, or maybe 5 years ago, I had a house in South Plymouth in a subdivision, same builder, 2 houses went on the market at the same time. My listing and somebody else's listing. My listing, the girl, she was excellent at it. It was the 3rd house she was buying from me. Young girl. She staged the house. I helped her a little, not a lot. The other people didn't stage the house. She got $50,000 more for her house.
Than you were asking, or
no,
then she paid?
Then the other people.
Oh, then the other one.
Their house was on the market. It was not staged. It wasn't clean. It wasn't freshly painted. The carpets needed to be replaced. She had her carpets cleaned. She painted it. She emptied it. She took 32 boxes out of it and put them at her mother's house. It was clean and fresh. They both, thank God, I didn't think it would appraise.
So that's actually beyond staging. That's creating sort of like, almost like a model home.
Yeah, that's what she did.
Yeah.
She was pregnant with twins when she did this and had 2 little kids.
Someone walks in and they look around, they go, this is how I want to live. Mm-hmm. And they'll pay extra for it, I guess. So did she have anything like a home inspector come in to find the defects and correct that? Because that's
she didn't do that, but she had just owned the house for 2 years.
Oh, okay.
So she had a home inspection, and they did all the repairs to the house that needed to be done. It was a young house. It wasn't old. I think it was 10 years old at the time. And we sat there on pins and needles thinking that it might not appraise.
If I may, we did have a seller who had a home inspector come in and inspect her home. This is probably 15 years ago. The property was in
Hanover.
She had it inspected. He gave her a list of 15 things that needed to be addressed. It was an antique, so obviously there were some things that needed to be done. She complied with that list. We found a buyer for the house. They coincidentally did not know that we had had this inspection done. They hired the same company, the same inspector, and he came in and he basically trashed the house. So
basically found the same mistakes that were already corrected.
Well, they had already been corrected. He found more, and he was very judgmental about the house. He was very different when he dealt with the buyer than he was with the seller. And as a result, the deal did not go through, and we had one very, very unhappy seller at that point.
He should have recused himself, I think that's the word.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yes, that would have been probably the professional approach. We're going to be taking a short break, but I have one more question after the break from JimLowenStern.com, so we'll cover that. And actually, I'm going to have Jeffrey Weingart from the Mayo Group take that question when we come back. You're listening to WWZN, 1510 AM in Boston. This is the Jim Lowenstern Radio Talk Show.
And you look through neighborhood after neighborhood. You go up and down streets, into cul-de-sacs, and around every bend. Then one day you slowly pull up and finally see it. Your house. At Wells Fargo, we're with you when you're ready to find the house. In fact, we're with you in every stage of home ownership, from planning to purchasing to well after you own your home. Our free preferred payment plan service is a great example. You can automatically tie your payment schedule to your paydays. It's convenient and completely free. The program may even help you pay off your mortgage faster. Let us help you find the mortgage that fits your needs. Talk with a Wells Fargo home mortgage consultant today. We're ready to help and answer all your mortgage questions. Wells Fargo. Together, we'll go far. Wells Fargo Home Mortgage is a division of Wells Fargo Bank, N.A., equal housing lender.
For more information, please contact your Fargo home mortgage consultant, Jason Bonarigo, at 617-363-4617.
When you are looking to buy or sell real estate and you are looking for the right realtor to do business with, NewEnglandProsperity.org is a nationwide network of carefully selected brokers who are willing to give both you and your favorite charity a large portion of their commission. These brokers are only too happy to donate to a charity and to credit you back money to help with things such as your mortgage closing costs, title insurance, moving expenses, and more. When you're starting to look for a realtor first, go to NewEnglandProsperity.org and sign up. You'll be referred to a broker who will have your interests first and who will also credit you and donate to charity. Look them up at NewEnglandProsperity.org. And when you sign up on their website, you can expect a top broker to return to you with a call to begin discussing the next steps in your selling or buying process. NewEnglandProsperity.org brokers make it easy to buy and sell real estate, and they make it easy for you to pay for your closing costs because they pitch in with a piece of their commission and they make charitable contributions. For all of the information, just go to NewEnglandProsperity.org. We are changing the way America buys and sells real estate.
You're back with Jim Lowenstern and his guests on my radio talk show. We were playing Name That Tune in the last break. I think we were listening to Aerosmith as we went into the commercials, and that was... Come on, Julie, tell me what that was.
Oh, don't ask me.
Bachman Turner Overdrive, come on. Your business, right? No. Okay, you don't know that.
Wrong person.
Okay. Jeffrey, you know that one. Well, here's a question for you, Jeffrey. This was from Gray. That's actually his name. Gray in Falmouth. Sorry, Gray. We have had way too many years of horrible real estate market leading to foreclosures and short sales. Not true, Gray. Everything's perfect. In the stock market, being a contrarian is usually a great mindset and a way to be on top of things. I'm just wondering if you have tips on how someone can actually make money in a market where prices have been heading down. He says usually heading down. I disagree with that, but he wants to know how to make money in this market. How would you answer that?
Wow, how to make money in this market. Clearly there are a lot of challenges out there, both on the residential side and on the investment side. As you go forward from this basis, you need to start looking at the fundamentals of the real estate. You need to focus in on are the assets good cash flowing, or do they have the potential to have good cash flow? You also have to have the right sponsorship owning the real estate. As much as we'd like to think that you own real estate, you sit back and you just collect a check every week, it's really not the way it works. You have to get in there, you have to be an owner, operator, know what you're doing, signing the right contracts, bringing in the right tenant base. And then once you do that, you're able to establish good cash flows and make some money from your investment.
Okay, so in a nutshell, really do your due diligence. Make sure
absolutely.
You know what the downside is before you make your offer.
Absolutely.
Okay. So, Jeffrey, you're with the Mayo Group, and the Mayo Group is in South Boston. What can you tell our listeners about the Mayo Group?
All right, Mayo Group has been around for about 2 decades. We're a Boston-based real estate investment, development, and management company. We own approximately 4,500 residential units and more than 600,000 square feet of commercial space. Up here within the Massachusetts region, we have a pretty large Boston portfolio of about 500 units. We also own properties over in Lynn and Worcester as well. Our main focus is urban core areas around major cities.
In Worcester, think you own an entire city block.
That is correct.
How did that come about? Did it all come as one package, or did you pick up the properties separately?
We've been picking up individual properties. About 6-7 years ago, we identified real opportunity in downtown Worcester. There was a revitalization plan that was being implemented. We were one of the first companies to get in there, and it started by acquiring a couple of buildings, and we've been building since then to the portfolio. Today we're actually in the process of one building down there, which is 82 units. It's a retrofit of an older building that was dysfunctional. We're retrofitting it for apartments. We've delivered 49 units to date, and 48 of those units are already rented. So there's real demand out there.
When you're buying these properties, how do you finance them? Are they financed cash, or with partners, or even REITs?
The Mayo Group itself is self-funded, with very few exceptions. The majority of our properties are owned by the company itself, without any outside investors. How do you get stuff done today? Well, the capital markets are challenging. The lenders who are out there, who are active, they're looking for sponsorship that has a track record of success. They're not looking for first-timers. They want to know that you know how to own and operate the real estate. What we're finding today is that some of the best sources of capital for transitional real estate or development deals are the local banks. They know the markets better. They're more aggressive than the institutional national lenders out there. And they're also very relationship-driven, and that's an important aspect to be able to get capital today.
So overall, Jeffrey, how do you see commercial real estate positioned in 2012?
Well, I think it depends on what product you're talking about. I think if we're talking retail, if you're in an A location, there are going to be tenants that are always willing to pay for the right location. Multifamily, we happen to own a lot of B and C properties. Those properties right now, we believe, are in strong demand. People are opting for affordable living spaces. Office and industrial, it's still very challenged by excess supply, but luckily there's not a lot of new demand, a lot of new supply coming online. And the properties that we own, we tend to be low-cost providers in the various office segments and industrial space.
So when we talked earlier, you were saying a lot of investors are looking for trophy properties, and that's probably, in your opinion, a mistake as an approach to deciding which properties to invest in?
I wouldn't necessarily say it's a mistake. It's a different type of investment. Those that are looking for the trophy assets are typically looking for very stable income streams. Their return hurdles are much lower. They're typically looking at return hurdles someplace about 12 to 18% internal rate of return, which translates to about in 7-8% cash-on-cash investment. A firm like mine, we're much more entrepreneurial. We tend to, when we're doing new investments, we want to earn 18 to 25% internal rates of return, and the places that we can get that is by acquiring transitional real estate, stuff that we have to put some money into renovations and repositioning it and creating some real value.
Okay, well, we're going to take a short break, and we'll be back getting some more great ideas from our guests on the Jim Lowenstern Radio Talk Show at WWZN AM 1510 Boston, also at revolutionboston.com. Stay with us. When buying or selling a home, always be sure to use a local realtor who has the knowledge and experience to help you get the most from this market. Properly pricing your home is vitally important. Realtors value properties every day. They understand how best to show a home and can help enhance the saleability and sale price of your home. This message is brought to you by the over 19,000 realtor members in Massachusetts. Contact a local realtor today, and good luck in the search for your perfect home.
When you are searching for a new home, you want to be working with a realtor with years of experience, a professional with intimate knowledge of the communities that you are considering moving to, and someone who really wants to represent you as a buyer in what is probably the largest investment you'll ever make in your lifetime. Please visit us at CastlesUnlimited.com or call us anytime at 800-967-3561. Start your search anytime 24/7 at CastlesUnlimited.com, and a Castles Unlimited realtor will get back to you just as fast as possible. Castles Unlimited Realtors, expert advice and quick, informative information on all the listings, not only your local market, but information on properties for sale or rent anywhere in the world. Your Castles Unlimited realtor is always there to help you with your next move, your next purchase, your next home, or commercial property sale. CastlesUnlimited.com and 800-967-3561. Find your way home with your favorite Castles Unlimited realtor.
You look and you look through neighborhood after neighborhood. You go up and down streets, into cul-de-sacs, and around every bend. Then one day you slowly pull up and finally see it. Your house. At Wells Fargo, we're with you when you're ready to find the house. In fact, we're with you in every stage of home ownership, from planning to purchasing to well after you own your home. Our free preferred payment plan service is a great example. You can automatically tie your payment schedule to your paydays. It's convenient and completely free. The program may even help you pay off your mortgage faster. Let us help you find the mortgage that fits your needs. Talk with a Wells Fargo home mortgage consultant today. We're ready to help and answer all your mortgage questions. Wells Fargo. Together we'll go far. Wells Fargo Home Mortgage is a division of Wells Fargo Bank N.A., equal housing lender.
For more information, please contact your local Wells Fargo home mortgage consultant, Jason Bonarigo, at 617-363-4617.
Back with Jim Lowenstern and his guests on the Jim Lowenstern Radio Talk Show. We were talking with Jeffrey Weingart of the Mayo Group before the last break. And Jeffrey, there was actually another question written on JimLowenstern.com. It was Roy and Cohasset. And I think this is, well, actually, I'll let everyone answer this one if they want to chime in. He's been thinking about real estate as a career. I guess he's writing to me. It sounds like you've been doing this for a while. How is the reality of the business different from what and how the public perceives it? And, I guess stress on the thinking about real estate as a career. Is this a good time to go into the industry, in your opinion?
Well, Jim, it's Jeff. My first thought is today is an excellent time to get into real estate. It's a industry that goes in peaks and valleys, and right now we are in a valley. But it is getting better, and if you can get in now, you're getting in at the ground level. And as the industry recovers over the next 3 to 4 years, these people who join the industry now are going to be having great growth opportunities in front of them.
So part of it is probably interest rates are historically low and should be for the next couple of years, and prices are low.
They are, but this has to do, my thought process is this is about volume, and the volumes are low right now.
Right.
And as the volumes start to increase, and I think we all expect them to increase at this table, that's when these people will be given great opportunities to expand the knowledge about real estate, be given opportunities to move up in companies. Clearly, over what's happened over the last couple of years, is a lot of talent has exited the industry. And, when we start to grow again, there are going to be senior roles within companies that need to be filled.
Okay. Do you agree with that, Julie?
I do agree with it. We started our business in which was the beginning of the downturn of the market, if you remember.
87. For sure.
Yeah, but we were September of 86, so when you get into 87, it started to really go down. And we succeeded. We got through it. We've been in business for almost 26 years, and I think a great time to learn the business.
Yeah, I cut my teeth on a bad market because I was new when we started, and I think it's the best way to learn. You become tougher, and it's never been easy, so we don't expect it to be easy. It's a great time, Jim.
There's probably fewer brokers around to compete for the business, and there's probably more time for the owners and managers to train agents. Would you take on any new licensees, Rita?
Would have to be begged.
Okay, so actually there was one other question on the website, and this was Gita from Mansfield. I'll let Julie answer this question. She's planning to buy a townhouse. Currently, she's renting, and it'll be her first purchase of real estate. She wants to know what her first steps would be.
Well, the first step should be to decide what town she wants to live in, and then find a full-time real estate broker to work with. You can, get a referral for a real estate broker would be my idea. Ask friends that live in the town or whatever. And then the second thing would be to go get pre-approved by a bank. And once you get pre-approved by a bank, don't go out and buy anything until you buy a condo.
Okay, so finding the right broker is very important, and getting financing.
Getting financing is key.
Yeah. Okay. So any last thoughts, Jeffrey, about the commercial markets for the upcoming year?
As far as the upcoming year, we're going to still go strong as a company. We're buying assets still, that fit with our core portfolio. We're selling assets that don't fit with the core portfolio. But, I think there's been a dramatic shift as far as a company goes. And I think we're very reflective of a lot of other real estate companies that are out there. About 2005 to 2007, we were in expansion mode, acquiring as many properties as we could. Today, we're focused on operations, and we re-examine everything we do to maximize the cash flows of the properties and the efficiencies.
So no more pretend and extend, and just pay attention to what's going on, and work a little harder, work a little smarter. I guess is the
absolutely
motto.
We've actually added staff over the last year, in direct relationship to market forces and the company strategy. We brought on, an asset manager. We've brought on some people in capital markets, both in terms of dealing with increasing properties, operations, and dealing with the challenges in the capital market side of the business.
Okay, sorry to cut you short. Jeffrey Weingart, Rita Gallant, and Julie Gallant Murphy. Jeffrey from the Mayo Group, and Julie and Rita from